Hey, Dylan.
Hey, Matt.
We are going to do something a little bit different. So there is going to be a video component to this week's episode that people can find on Geekscape TV. And you can see Dylan with his clean-shaven face.
You can see me right now, or are we going to be cutting to it?
Me and my Season's Greetings t-shirt. But this is something that we had talked about behind the scenes of doing. And I thought, let's kick off March with something easy and breezy. So what we're going to do...
Madness.
I'm going to play you 3 Christmas songs that I think you have not heard before.
Okay.
And I just want your actual reactions. And we're going to do this kind of like a reactions video in the sense of I'm going to play the entirety of this song.
Sweet.
But at any point, just like raise your hand and I'll stop the song and you can kind of give me your thoughts at that moment. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So this first one
we're doing... is this whole video just going to be me listening to the whole...
Well, I'm assuming you're going to be like, hey, we need to talk about what's happening right now in this song. Like, I'm not expecting you to sit through all 3 of these songs for the entirety of their songs without interruptions throughout.
Okay. All right.
You've seen reaction videos.
Oh, yeah. And we've done them before.
Yeah.
But I'm just sitting here imagining somebody watching my face for 3 minutes. And I'm like, huh?
Well, you'll be in the corner. You know what I mean? They're going to see most of the video.
Oh,
so we're going to start with one of my favorite songs to listen to in December. It's by Connie Landers, and it's called I'm Gonna Be Warm This Winter.
Nice.
Here we go.
We met at a ski lodge.
Oh, I love it already.
Yeah. Wait for this part right here.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah. Oh, this is an automatic ad.
It's gonna snow outside. The weather will be cold, but I'm gonna be warm this winter.
All right, so first person chorus.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, the claps are coming in for verse number 2.
I love this shit. This is
Each time your lips touch mine, they taste like sparkling wine. I feel so all alone, just 'cause I love you so. It's cozy in your arms, I'm yours to have to hold, and I'm gonna be warm this winter.
I love that little
yeah, hell yeah. We were talking about the same part. Hell yeah,
so
that's
good.
awesome. Yes,
This is
that
like,
part. Well,
you gotta love this like Phil Spector type production from the 60s. It's so good. All right, I think we're about to hit the bridge. Here we go.
I skated on a frozen lake. Sleigh ride down a mountainside. Roasting popcorn, dancing till the dawn. That's just how love. I knew love was a ball. It's just like make-believe. Each night is New Year's Eve. Each day is Christmas Day. You make me feel this way. It's gonna snow outside. The weather will be cold, but I'm gonna be warm this winter.
I feel like I need to edit in like the Peanuts characters dancing
Yeah,
to this song. 'Cause
I
it would
really
match
want-
so well.
I really want like a new That Thing You Do, but it's based in Christmas. And it's about them writing this song.
Can we just talk about the line that came up recently where it was like each time your lips, or it's like each night's like New Year's Eve, each day like Christmas Day. Like that's such a beautiful love lyric for 2 holiday loving motherfuckers
Oh yes,
like ourselves.
it's amazing. I'm gonna be completely honest though. I'm so taken by the song itself. And
you're
like
missing every word.
I'm missing every word because I'm like, this is just a banger. Like I'm just like, boo doo doo ba 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 da wa da 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 da.
All right, let's see what the last. I think there's like 45 seconds left, so let's wrap this bad boy up.
It's gonna snow outside. The
come make her warm this winter. I
Yeah.
love it. Dude, a surprise brass solo section at the end always gets
Gotta
me.
love a
So
nice sax solo.
Yeah.
We're gonna stay in the 60s for this next one.
Sweet.
I started you with what I think is the best of the three.
Oh
I love that song.
no! What the hell, man? You got to do it the other way.
Well, because the one that we're gonna end
I
with
guess
has
the
a
bad
music
one.
video.
Yeah,
We
I
have
guess
to end
the
on the music
bad
video.
ones are probably better for us to
Well,
listen to.
this one is probably arguably the worst. I still like all three of these songs. I want to
Okay.
stress that. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna be warm this winter was the one I knew you were going to like.
I'm gonna be what I am this winter.
So
Oh,
this
it's
is
so good.
This is a really obscure one from
Okay.
I think this is the only song by this group because the group's name is Craig and His Daddy. And this song is called Please Bring My Daddy an Electric Train. So
It's Ice
all-
Cube and his father from the Friday movies.
you're already locked in on knowing like what type of song you're about to step
Oh,
into
yeah.
this. So here we go. I guess our gauge will be should this be as popular as I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas?
Do you
That-
have a picture of Craig and his daddy?
I
And
don't.
can you
I could
find
not
it?
find. I could find nothing on this song. But here we go, Dylan.
Now, son, I'm going to show you how to run this train. First, a warning. Never touch
Phrasing.
this. A little shock there.
Please leave my daddy an electric train, so he'll leave mine alone.
Really fun there, eh, son?
Please leave my daddy an electric train, so he can have his own.
My George, I'm enjoying this.
Last Christmas Day, all he did was play with the set you left for me. He blew the whistle, he pulled the switch as the train went zooming round the tree.
Here comes Casey Jones.
I sat there licking on a candy cane till it was my
So we know his name is Casey
bedtime. Please leave my daddy an electric train so I can play with mine.
I won't eat. I'll just play with the trains.
All right, so we'll pause it there for a
It's
second.
really weird that like nowadays the train is not as big of a toy as it once was.
No, not at all. But maybe if this song was more popular, it would be, Dylan.
Exactly. It should be right up there with, how popular hippopotamuses are.
Yeah, but seriously, look, I'm not gonna say this is a good song.
No.
I just find it very interesting that a song like I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas still gets to like live on in 2025.
Oh, there's so
and
many.
This is like just a relic of the past.
Yeah, there's so many like this.
Yeah.
I would even argue like the Chipmunk song is kind of like this, of like kids singing about Christmas shit, and it's grating to the ears.
Wait, you're not charmed that the music is supposed to sound like a train whistle the whole time?
No, it's so bad, man. This is such a strange song, though it does sound like the kid who sings my favorite Spanish Christmas song, the Donde Está Santa Claus.
It does sound like it might be the same.
Yeah, very similar voices. So I give it points for that. But I do rank it with I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas, which is an automatic skip.
Yeah, I like the dad's voice. I like his little
Just chiming
commentary
in
behind behind the scenes. I think that if
I
you
forgot to
didn't have
eat dinner, I was playing with my trains.
Yeah, like if you didn't have that, this song would be even more grating. I feel like it breaks up the song a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're halfway through it. Let's wrap it up, I guess.
Please leave my daddy a caboose of red, some tracks, an engine too.
This is an excellent engine.
Christmas. I might as well stay in bed, Santa Claus. Unless you do.
Maybe your mother'd like to run it too.
Last Christmas Day, all he did
Crazy.
was play
Yeah.
with the train I got from you.
My George, what grand sport.
He loaded cattle, he emptied coal, and he flagged it when the whistle blew.
How about that?
Santa Claus, I'm sorry to complain, but when you bring your pack, please leave my daddy an electric
heavens, that's real smoke.
Please leave my daddy an electric train so I
One
can
out of your sack. Like the red sack.
By the way,
Could have been
son,
much more
what did Santa
creative.
get you for Christmas?
Now don't forget, Santa. Don't let me down. Maybe you better bring me an electric train.
I was gonna say, I was like,
He'll probably play with that one too.
Son, sometimes
I was
think
waiting.
you're selfish.
I thought that was gonna be the next line where he was like,
Yeah.
"Don't let me down, Santa. Don't forget to bring me shit as well, please." I would also want something more than the
So-
electric train.
So if I'm gauging things here, Connie Landers definitely on the Christmas
Connie
playlist.
Landers.
Craig and
wins.
his daddy, maybe not.
Not making it. No, not adding it on. This sounds like a good song to revisit like every 5 years and go, huh, I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a classic. All right,
Yeah.
so this is the one that I feel like you may have heard,
Okay.
but we're going to charge forward even if you have,
Okay.
because it's such a banger.
Yeah,
It's from the Very Special Christmas Volume 3. Did you have
Okay.
that album?
I don't think so.
Okay. This is a
Is the
cover
very
of
special Christmas like the very Jesus-y covers? Like the
Yes,
like the
yes, the,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
stick
It's like an
figure
angel holding
Yeah.
something or some shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, yeah. I recognize the covers, but I don't think I had any of them.
Okay. So this is a cover of Santa Baby
Oh damn it. I hate this
performed.
fucking song.
Hold on a second. I'm not even going to tell you who's in this group. I'm just going to say it's called Reverend Run and the Hip Hop All Stars.
Oh my god.
And I'm going to let the music video play. Again, raise your hand whenever you feel like you need to stop and talk about some stuff here. And I think you're just going to be blown away by who the Hip Hop All Stars are on this track.
Surprisingly, not Reverend Run. No.
Number one business in life right now.
Oh, this is a wild
giving.
opening.
As my bishop would say, I'm living because of my giving. If you want love, you're gonna have to love somebody.
This is newer than I anticipated.
You're gonna have to respect
This is like 2000.
somebody.
What?
And if you
Oh
want
no,
to
this is like maybe
recognize
90s pick.
You're gonna have to recognize.
I thought
24th on Hollis Ave at the dark. My man Santa seen the Reverend, gave the strangers remark. He said that giving was his living and I had to take part. So I grabbed a bag of goodies and hopped up on his card. I laced the pockets of the poor and gave the hoodie a play. Dropped some dollars up on Hollis and I went on my way. I hear you jingle, Mr. Kringle, peep the single, my man. So Santa hit a brother off and come as quick as you can.
All right, so what are your thoughts on Reverend Run's opening verse here?
it's it's Christmas at Hollis, but
Yeah.
it's good. Like I fuck with it. I like
Yeah.
that song. He's changing up the verse a little bit, but it's the same cadence, and
Yep.
he's killing it. Like he's still got it. I will be completely honest. Like when you said it's a cover of Santa Baby by Reverend Run and the Hip Hop All Stars, I immediately went to 80s in my head, and I think
Yeah.
I think that's a
That's a fair
tracks.
assumption.
I think it's
This
a
is-
fair assumption.
Yeah, I want to
This
say
is-
this album is like 95, 96. So
This is way more modern. I say modern, but you know what I mean. This is way newer than I anticipated, but it's still a
Actually-
banger.
let me check something real quick that I probably should have checked before we did this.
Yeah,
But
do
I
some
think that there's a
research.
very interesting. So this is 97.
Okay.
This was written, and I don't believe this is not a spoiler because none of them show up on this.
Okay.
This track was written by the Fugees for
Huh.
this project. So
Okay.
so keep that in mind when
All right.
you're listening to this.
It's in mind. I still have not heard the Santa Baby portion of
I
this.
think we're about to get to it right
but I'm
now.
I don't want to. I
All right,
hate
here we
this
go.
song
Here
so
comes the
much.
chorus.
Santa baby, just slip a pencil under the tree for me. A 98 convertible.
Hey, pause it.
blue.
I take back everything I just said. This hits. This is a good way. This is, if you are going to, because dude, I hate the boop boop boop
Yeah.
sex. Like
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah, it's just
That
about
and
it's just
Santa
about getting
Baby.
gangster shit. You
And
just want
yeah,
a
this
badass
is just
car.
like, what? This hits. This
All
is
right.
this is how you do this chorus. This slaps. Go ahead. Keep.
I'm looking for a fly guy like you. So hurry down the chimney.
First all-star.
Mace know when it's 8:24, he be looking at the dough for the ho, cause I know when there's a Christmas uptown, ain't
This
no
video is
chimney for
wild.
Santa to come down. Now to me, PD, I had a lot, appreciated everything that
Have you figured out who these two rappers are yet?
Is this Mason Diddy?
It is Mason.
Oh
Diddy.
no!
I got though. I used to take
I was
my
like, that
pops when
voice
caught
sounds
shaking the
familiar,
box,
and then he
couldn't
started
couldn't
talking
move
this
till the
that.
turn 12
Ooh,
o'clock.
this don't hold up.
Cookies and
What the fuck?
I'm chilling in the living room, wrapped in a quilt. I'm waiting on this fat red suit wearing, comparing my gifts to my homeboy next door to me.
Why is Snoop in this?
My little sister needs a comb just to braid her nappy hair. But here we
This
go
is
again,
more
waiting on the
surprising in
enemy to slide
'97
down the
because you would see
chimney. Look
Snoop
here,
doing
that ain't
any of this
reality.
now. Like, he doesn't give a
100%.
like he just sells out to everyone. Like,
Yeah,
that
but this is like
motherfucker.
what, 2 records into Snoop's
Ye-
career? at this
yeah.
point? Like it's like real early in Snoop. This is when I still like Snoop.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got 3 more artists.
So I do have
still coming
to
up.
just like just pause for a second. Not to do anything else, but to say like if I am delayed in my reactions, the video is freezing on my end as it's playing.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
like I'll get like, and Teddy just got home, so sorry about
Okay,
that.
it's just chaos abound.
Yeah, but the video is freezing, so and the sound gets delayed a little bit. So if it takes me a second, just that's why.
That's all right. That's
Like
all
I
right.
didn't. It froze on that kid looking in the keyhole for
Yeah.
for like 10 seconds. I could hear Mace and Diddy rapping, and I didn't see anything else. I just saw like him looking in the keyhole and then the woman on the bed, and I'm like, all right, cool.
Noticeably, I will say, noticeably, Diddy and Mace both apparently turned down the request
Yeah, it
to
did not
be in the
appear,
video.
apparently. Yeah. Which again, proving that. Well, I was gonna say proving that you can give Snoop Dogg money and he'll do it regardless of what it is. But that's very similar to Diddy now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's keep moving. Do the artists get more likable in modern day standards? Or
I would say that the artists get more forgotten in modern day standards. but
Okay.
because there's no real problems with them.
yeah.
There's one lyric coming up that is wild that it's
Okay.
in this song. That is, keep in mind, a charity album meant for family listening.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how I described this album when you had introduced it to me, I was like, isn't it like kind of religious? Like I feel, or
The
maybe
cover
that
was always really religious, but this,
Right?
I think
cover
volume
was-
3 has a pretty stacked. I'm not going to read who's in the Hip Hop All Stars, of course,
yeah.
but like also on this album, Sting does "I Saw 3 Ships."
That's
The
wild.
Smashing Pumpkins do a song.
Wow.
Natalie Merchant does a song. No Doubt covers "Oi to the World" on it. Sheryl Crow covers
Oh,
"Blue
that's a great
Christmas."
cover.
Blues Traveler, Enya, Hootie and the Blowfish covers the Christmas song.
All
Chris
3
Cord-
of them cover the Christmas song
No,
together.
no.
Dude, Blues Traveler, Enya, and Hootie and the Blowfish
Yeah.
all cover
What a-
the Christmas.
What a combo. This is where the Chris Cornell version of Ave Maria is originally from,
Oh,
that
okay.
like used to circulate.
Yeah.
Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds. Steve Winwood's up in here. Tracy Chapman does a great cover of "Oh Holy Night." Like,
So
it's
I think
most
the reason I didn't have any of these was because of the covers, and
Yeah.
and it wasn't like I didn't have
The
an
first-
aversion to I didn't have an aversion to religious Christmas songs. I mean, we've talked about it on here.
Yeah.
I love religious Christmas songs. I think it was just like, oh, that's a religious Christmas album. I'm not
Yeah.
going to pick that up.
No, the
Um,
very first one is where Christmas in Hollis first showed up on. Was the very first, a very special Christmas album.
That's good to know. I
Yeah,
did not
so-
know that.
Yeah, it was always just like, hey, here's the biggest stars of the current era
Yeah.
doing Christmas songs for like what did it go to? It benefits the Special Olympics. Every album was
Oh,
to go to the
okay.
Special Olympics. So
All right.
keep that in mind
Huh.
when you hear a lyric in one of the
Oh,
next verses.
no.
right?
This is still a banger.
Yeah.
Chorus.
and the baby. Are you really real, Chris Kringle? Let me see you make my pockets jingle. Ching, ching. We need some jobs in the ghetto. Too much gang banging. With kids are playing. I hear the church bells ringing on Christmas Eve. I believe Jesus is calling me. Get the gifts and the shopping list and the new kicks. You just falling for tricks.
So that was Salt and Pepper.
Yeah.
Good shit right there.
Yeah.
No problems there.
Nope. Still
It's
love
the-
Salt and Pepper. They seem like pretty decent people in 2025.
For sure. Here comes the rapper who has a very interesting lyric in his verses. So really focus in on what this next guy's saying.
Okay, focusing in, locking in,
Well, we got to get through the chorus again.
which is fine.
Yeah,
Get through
good
sounds
ass
like
chorus.
we don't want to listen to it. It's a banging chorus. That's Sticky Fingers.
Yeah.
We getting rocked with the video. Like Nicholas, start videos. The Grinch is so Christmas. Climbing at your chimney. Kids open their gift, they all gonna be empty. Just like mine was. I hate to say it, but if I wasn't a boy, I wouldn't have had nothing to play with. On December 25th, I knew I wasn't getting.
Did you catch that line?
If I was, oh my God.
Onyx shows up to rap about how poor they were back in the day, and the last line is, "If I wasn't a boy, I wouldn't have had nothing to play with." Like,
Huh. Masturbation humor in the
a
middle of
masturbation
this.
joke right there in the Special Olympics
Yeah.
charity album.
Now that being said, I love Onyx.
Dude,
Like-
Onyx, when I heard this for the first time and Onyx
that
showed up,
verse
I was
actually snaps.
like, I was like, this is so good.
That's why I was like, "Oh, Sticky Fingers! Oh my God, that says."
All right, here's the last.
Oh my
here's the
God.
last rapper on this one.
Jack.
Okay.
I saw Santa Claus on the corner buying Jack. I ran up on him with the asked him, yo, what's up with that? He said the Grinch has no Christmas.
Okay,
Like
this
he
is
ain't in the
definitely
back.
getting at
Back
it.
in
Is
the
this on
days,
Apple?
Christmas was deep. My mom put
Yeah, it
presents
should be.
under the tree while
Oh,
I
yeah.
played sleep. And peep, how Santa Claus never gave me nothing. Seen him at Macy's, lying in front. So do some good to the ghetto. Mr. Chris Kringle, come and stand while kick it with God's angel. They can acknowledge my wisdom and understand that Santa Claus is a black man. Word up.
Santa baby, just live
And it's basically just the chorus over and over again from this point. That was probably the least famous of all of the people on this was Keith Merry, who I feel like
Okay.
Keith Merry, they were constantly trying to make a thing.
Yes, his name came up so much. Yeah,
He was
for
part
sure.
of Death Squad, but like,
Yep.
unfortunately, if you're in Death Squad and you're not Redman,
Yeah, it means nothing, bro. I can't find this on Apple.
well, I know it's on
somewhere.
Spotify because boy, is it on my
Oh,
playlist every
then
Christmas.
it should be on here somewhere. It's probably
his
under
name.
something weird, and you got to go through whatever.
You may have to just look up the album. Very
Yeah,
special
a
Christmas
very
Volume
special,
3.
very special Christmas Volume 3. Got it. Good picks, bro. This was fun.
Yeah, I gave you 2 out of 3 that you are putting onto the playlist, which
Yeah,
I feel like is a big ass win.
That is a plus. That is a positive. Very special Christmas, essential. This is not good podcasting.
Yeah, we could wrap up the episode and then you
Yeah.
can find it. Well-
Leave it in. Yeah.
Well,
That was fun.
Dylan,
I really
you're-
enjoyed that.
You're my Santa baby.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think of something that's not inappropriate to say. Love you, Matt. Have a Merry Christmas. Bye.